To the lower bracket. That's what's at stake for the young APAC team. Going against one immediately from Daystar. Not the most common ban these days, but so powerful on a map like Cafe. Blitz.
As it's a red stairs hold from Shaiko, and look at how close he is going to come to these players, but he knows something we don't. Goodbye, Souffle. Now it's Seal taking some damage from easily taking Shaiko out of that position. Daystar stalling out a little bit on this map. Nitro Cell in hand for Brede, ready to defang this execute, and there it goes. Goodbye to Seal. Goodbye to Azuki. Can any of these remaining players get a single pick? Pecan with Diffuse Kit in the midst of the site. Very limited time. Uses some Brede combining.
Towards the top floor. It's very important that Pecan can get one of these opening picks. He's been the best player on Daystar all event, and he gets one, but not both on the mid-floor roam clear.
They'll trade out, so down goes Solid Top, but Leaky Fac gets
really going to be a tough task. They got the breach into piano, which is nice, but they haven't cleared it still. No one on the windows, so Users can just remain in this spot. Finds one kill, hunting for another. Happy to bide his time.
Final boss of France, Shaiko, holding court. Leaky Fac now edging his way over towards Seal, and he will get credit with the kill. Shaiko gets yet another, and it's a terrific start. Usually taken over by player cams and shots from the bench. True. The only times you tend to see those player cards are when goodbye Seal.
Tough.
That's a tough one. That's Diffuser taken out as well. Azuki gunned down by Shaiko. Shaiko went for the run out, so there is a collapse by Souffle, but Uses is there for the assist on White Stairs.
Parker, I'm sure you were about to make a great point.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect half of the server to die in the first 40 seconds.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Another one is Saltov down from the window of Jogor. That S-Charge should be able to clear the Kiba. They finish him off. There's Pecan getting the final frag.
You say this is not about his name. I saw a Reddit thread about aligning in regards to the pronunciation of players' names. But whether you say Pecan or Pecan is a very contested thing in North America. Especially when you get into America in running. But in this match, you, the audience, don't get to see this, but we can tell you every single member of Daystar is running the M80 player card.
Wow.
Why M80? Best team that beat Falcons at Munich. So
True.
A little bit of cheekiness. Pecan last alive against two players from Falcons who have yet to die. Brede and Usis surviving all the way through these two rounds. Just a bit of a frightening smoke by Pecan. He takes a bit of damage and the crossfire comes out. Usis credit with the final kill. Timeout not really doing all that. I forget everything you say immediately.
I wanted them to try to stop the Falcons' aggression, to stop the early kill. They're applying it now. He's not on the mute this time around. He's on the echo, but it's still his job to stop this freezer drop. He was devastating to the push last time. They're going to push him with shields now.
And immediately he gets off, and he's doing all this work himself. Never mind. A great bait mate, as it's Souffle and Azuki in this defense. They are not letting off at all. Look at this beachhead that's been established. Brede may be a bit too aggressive for his own liking. Shaiko has gone undroned inside of Whiskey. Oh my. Ignore him at your peril. Shaiko still in this spot. Eviscerates Souffle, and Azuki gets punished by Leaky Fac. 3 consecutive rounds. It's not a position you want to be in. Jogor taking quite a bit of damage too now as Azuki fires away at that class shield. Leaky Fac seemingly putting down the shield, and it's a full sweep as we still have over a minute to go, and Daystar is just Souffle. Outside, on rappel, looking at the clash. A really damning position to be in. Do bear in mind that Daystar called their timeout after the second round, so there's nothing to stop them from slowing this bleeding. No tourniquet can be applied here. Credit to Souffle for still playing this one out. It would not be that uncommon to see a player just sit on the roof.
Oh my god. Dude.
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? They're not Shaiko. So
hey, Jogor did lose his mind about it.
He did. Seal almost dies to a Nitro Cell. Tossed out. There he goes. The remainder of him will follow. Azuki in the ground too. Falcons with shovels in hand as Souffle and Pecan are last two left. Down goes Pecan, and it's Souffle. These team names making me hungry. About as hungry as Falcons. Shaiko with 10 kills, and the 6th round is not done yet. And guess who's back?
Oh, God. No. He's so crushed at this point for the APAC squad on their own map pick. Not a single attack. He's got the options. The guns will be available for him, Parker. And Daystar are shaking in their boots. They do.
We've had some unbelievably competitive best of threes. But this has got to be one of the poorest performances in terms of kills. First opening pick, and Seal will run out. Now Falcons knows what it feels like as Solotov is gunned down. Leaky Fact dies to Pecan. And there's only 3 players remaining from Falcons with a minute off of the clock. Shiko had the read, but he loses the duel to the Ronian hands of Izuki. And it does not look like in the line, right? And he's in about as close as you can get at this point in time. Oh my, there goes Brede, Jogor, and the Maestro working well together. Uses with 1 kill. Could you imagine a 1v5 clutch?
No way.
He said, I'm not dying this game. Diffuser is still down, and the Maestro will tag him away. Uses on very limited HP. He needs to be worried about the zaps, and Souffle will get it done.
Is trying to go for the reinforcement. Is it too late? Yes, because Liquefact is just behind him. Nobody else is on this bottom floor. They've got too many roamers, Parker.
Uses for the second time in 2 rounds will now die. His only 2 deaths so far. Pecan and Seal are gone. Seal has unfortunately died early now 4 times. He's been the opening pick. Shiko holding those stairs, waiting for Souffle to come back to earth. He will do so. Azuki on borrowed time. Jogor full HP. That's right now the stakes for Daystar. This is their map. They've managed to muster a single round, but things are not very good. Brede in the site, attempted the plant, falls off. Jogor last alive for Daystar. Who will find him? Leaky Fact does first, but loses the duel. So Jogor tucked away over towards Whiskey. And honestly, all of Daystar might need a drink after this one. Brede pulls off the defuse plan, and the 3 remaining players of Falcons will hunt for the final kill. Shiko will get it, and map 1 is done. Cafe is a very vertical map. There are lots of ways to attack it, but you do join to that garage and warehouse portion of the map with the rafters.
Open up a breach that they can crouch on through. So IT not an issue. Information on Pecan as well, and it's the opening pick for Liquefact. Aware of that flank. Really good to keep your head up for that if you're the Buck.
And he honestly wasn't far away from tagging Souffle with those shots either. He sees the Maestro. Souffle taking a lot of damage. Leaky Fact taking some as well, trying to open up sight lines. If Souffle's attention is on Leaky Fact, then you have to worry about the other 3 players on Daystar. Shiko's been downed. Seal will die due to Solotov, and
to get aggressive to equalize the numbers. A bit more damage onto Solotov. The HP isn't great for Falcons, but the aim sure is. 5-2.
This is one of those shots where you just kind of have to suck in your gut and go, and that's about it, because there's nothing more to be said. Souffle has been under fire and has taken damage in pretty much every minute so far of this first round. What little remained of him is found by Solotov. Izuki shuts down what remains of Shiko, and a shot over to Solotov, and uses goes as well. He runs out of bullets, and that's the only reason. Here in France, an incredible country, and honestly, I'm really excited to see everybody who will be joining us abroad. Jogor with the leadoff now is gotta worry whether Falcons have lost the plot here. Jogor's been dropped. Leaky Fact dies shortly thereafter. Azuki is an absolute monster on this Mira. 6 kills! A flawless round by Daystar, so who strikes first? So you don't have as much wiggle room should some of those hard breaches get dealt with. Daystar were quite good at destroying them with an impact nade previously. Shiko eliminates Jogor in what is a mirror of the previous round. Shiko coming out ahead, obviously a big boon for his team, and, well, would you look at that? They're not particularly well guarding this part of rafters, so users can just walk up. Down goes Souffle. 2 taken off the board now for
barriers, but Shiko's in control of IT. They've applied pressure, looking back going for a meeting flank as well, so there are Falcons all over this map.
Seal first on the board with 2 kills very quickly. Users and Brede are gone, and back to a level man count. No logic bombs remain for Leaky Fact, no air jabs for Shiko, no Bs for Solotov, so completely free of utility. You are just guns at this point. I guess you got flashbangs. That'll count for something, right? Shiko finds Pecan. Down goes Seal to Solotov, and, well, it was Azuki who clutched out before. Can he do it this time, too? He's good for 1, but they will double up on him and not allow him to do what he's done in
through Aqua Hall. You had Licky Fact pushing in through the meeting hall. Then you had Shiko pushing in through IT earlier on, more so than Brede on this map. I thought he used the Blackbeard excellently last round, but this time going for the Ying, and an opening pick from Licky Fact finds Azuki.
And Azuki's been bar none the best. Number 4, not a bad time for that to happen. Saw Seal take some time to get on the board as well, as Solotov almost misses that first engagement. Pecan will immediately pay for his crimes, dying down below. Solotov can now take control of Warehouse as Shaiko is looking for an opportunity here. This is the third time this top floor bomb site will be played in 4 rounds. And Jesse, this one's not going much better than the previous attempts.
No, it looks just like the last round, Parker, where Falcons have players all over the map. We're talking about rafters, IT, electrical, everywhere you can imagine. There are players from Falcons, and they are dominating for now.
Seal has to pull out the Deeg in a pretty desperate attempt here. Now going for a double reload, and I'm paying some homage to another game that says it's always faster to swap to your secondary than to go for the reload. Solotov walks in. Just like how sometimes you went to throw a nitro cell and you throw a proximity round.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. Solotov with the very first kill. It's sealed to die yet again. There's Pecan gone. Shaiko's traded out by a nitro cell from Joe Bot, as he called him. And then Joe Gore calls him T-Bot to pay some lip service to Shaiko's insults. Maybe try to get under his skin. I don't think it will. Joe Gore and Azuki now both on top cargo stairs. Solotov will pick one off. We still have 1 minute and 15 seconds, and bot, all in the chat as they just talk their ish. Azuki with 8 kills will need to go much higher, won't get it. Uses sends him home. Shaiko says,
just through the main breach. 3-Day down here on the fuse shield, hoping to clear some utility, and what an entry from Licky Floorboards are his friends, maybe 2.
They're going to give him the engagement. It's as to whether or not he'll be able to come out ahead. Yes, so methodical. Souffle with the slow peek, and that sidearm
into cargo is going to be really difficult from the Falcons. That's one way to try it. Shaiko hits the head of Seal instead. They get it down, but they can't finish it off. Jogor finds 1 for his troubles, but Pecan gets another.
I like this retake from Daystar. Good enough to get 1, but there are some problems. 2 souls from Falcons on the floor above you, lording over that defuse kit with Brede there, and you have to deal with the shield. Brede putting the PMM to good use, shrugging off a bunch of damage from the Warden, who now gets ever closer, and it'll happen again. Brede doing the same thing back to back. And incredible.
You don't see that every day, and yeah, I mean, Daystar just unable to really. As soon as that gets given up, you saw the clash inside the site, not really. Every single round. It's harder to do that on a map like Nighthaven Labs, but Licky proves not impossible, nor is it for Solotov. That is a double through the IT window breach, and I mean, what else would they put in there? Even now, this wall is very awkward to get open because you don't have ranged hard breach.
And it is very common for Hibana to use that 2-and-2 combination to open up this wall. We see teams do it all the time. They will swap out players and, well, get 1 more as they just keep peeking this opening on this. I assume they will at the tail end of this round. Seal now rotating on over, spotted by the default cam as he works in through connector. He's got a good read on it, but Shaiko will get kill number 5, and it's series point for Falcons.
They'll start with a logic bomb to try to clear through some of these roamers. There's a heavy extension to the top 2 floors, and it'll be Souffle who suffers the first defeat. Solotov finds him to start and uses, takes down the shield.
Oh my goodness, this is a mercy killing as it's a flick on over from Uzis. Pecan and Azuki last alive. Azuki netting most of his kills in those first 3 rounds. To figure out where these remaining defenders will be, Uzis ego peeking the door, checking for intel, and Azuki, the hero of the first few rounds, will be the last opportunity for Daystar to stay in this series. The lower bracket is calling unless Azuki can pull off an impressive 1v2 clutch. He's already picked up a couple kills in this round, so what more can he do?
He's got plenty of time, Parker, and actually sees a player through the floorboards. If he was able to fish for that kill, it could have been huge. Didn't find it yet, though. 35 seconds to play with. He's got to find some way to get to the bomb site quickly.
13 kills on Solotov. Beckoning him to get there faster, and he called his own shot. Impressive stuff by the Turkish Terror.